open up to questions straight away here. Herman, go ahead.
Sure. Hey, man, yesterday we talked about process over results.
And I feel like your team was unfortunate tonight. A lot of dangerous goal-scoring opportunities created in the second half. And I just wanted you to touch on that and your team's response after the first goal. It seemed that before the equalizer, they immediately responded with goal-scoring opportunities.
Well, I appreciate your positivity, and I don't disagree with you. But it'd be nice to not have to respond, right? That's where this starts. Is in the first minute we give up a goal again. It's been a little something that's been haunting us,
Right.
and I'm pretty sure we've talked about it at length. And I think we'll continue to work on that. And sometimes you go through seasons where the starts aren't great, but we talk about staying in the game because it's, as you see after that, we're a pretty good team. I think it was, I'm not a huge data guy, but it's, 2.9 expected goals. That's, we got to make some plays. They're there. They're there for us. They're there for us to at least tie that game, if not win the game. And, again, it was probably offensively our best performance. We look like ourselves. We look confident on the ball. But, again, sometimes it's a little easy to play when you're down and you're chasing. And, now you're free and you have to go. And it's nice to be in the game after 1 minute to see what the game looks like. But, again, a good performance overall and enough to – kind of bail our defense out or bail those moments out with 3 goals. There's plenty there. So, we did make the plays that mattered, on the offensive end. And, again, the first minute and then giving up one at the half, right before half hurts as well. Wasn't a little bit unlucky. I think he shanks it and Luna's in the right spot. But he made the play. Those guys made the plays. They made the play tonight, and we failed to do that. But some good stuff, some good performances. I thought Jack was great. I thought we were dangerous on set pieces all night. I think the way we built was got us into a lot of good positions, and there were some really good performances, but we fell short.
Speaking of performances, tough to see Andrew Tarbell go down like that.
Yep.
And Jimmy Maurer made his debut with the team. Just your thoughts on his performance?
Jimmy did great, and we'll get some looks on Andrew, but early signs is we'll see.
The last question, looking forward, midweek, first time in franchise history you play an international team in El Salvador. Just what are you looking to gain from that match, that friendly? Players from the
a
bench
lot of guys
that don't
need
get
minutes.
Yeah.
A lot of guys need minutes right now, and but we also need minutes. The starting group. So we'll figure out a balance there and get. But we'll deal with that Monday.
All right, we'll go to Sam.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Sam.
Just like you said, team was quite unlucky today. Some missed chances, some couldn't go in. Look as if they were just going to push it in. Like you said earlier, can you pinpoint any specific moment or decision during the game that you believe shifted the momentum of this game tonight?
I don't know if it was pretty wide open in the first half, and part of that is, again, if I had to choose a moment that changed the course of that game, was about a minute in when we gave up the first goal. And again, now we have to kind of change a little bit of the game plan and chase. But I will say, unlike the Miami game where we went down early, we still stayed disciplined, and that was nice to see. So that's an improvement. So there's little stuff that I see that we're growing, but personality and winning games and seeing, being better in the moments that really matter in a MLS game, we're lacking there a little bit.
For Femi, he has a big show of Mikael to fill in. This should be his 4th MLS game, pro.
Yeah.
What can you say about his performance today?
I think he's been thrown into the fire. It's very unfair to compare him to Mika, right? And ask him to fill those shoes in this moment. but he's doing okay, and that's you don't know as a pro player when your opportunity is, and he's getting his, and he's doing some very good things and some things that he needs to work on, but no better way to learn than in real games, and that will progress his development. And but we're thrilled with that he's here, and I think he's going to be a nice piece for this club. But again, he's been in the fire, and it's a lot to ask of him, but he's held up. You're welcome.
Go to the front to David.
Hi, Coach. On Bossy's goal, the VAR check, what was told to you after what happened?
I don't know. It's one of those that could probably go either way. I didn't think things went our way. Of course, when you lose, that's usually the case with the referee. But I guess you could argue maybe he screened for a second, but I don't think he's saving that regardless. And I think that's the question: is he's not saving that, and whether or not Ponce's there or not. So I think that's something they need to ask themselves. And I know what they'll say. They'll say he screened him and he had to hold. And again, they'll get out of this one. They'll get out of this one.
And then speaking of Ponce, he scored his first tonight. How do y'all keep that going?
Good, yeah. It's good to get him scoring goals. It's good to have your 9 scoring goals. He should probably had a second there at the back stick. I thought we were dangerous on set pieces all night long and service, and a lot of what we're we looked like ourselves offensively. But again, it's just they were better in 2 moments, and we had a lot more chances to see that game into at least a tie, if not a win, but wasn't to be. So we'll get back to work and we'll stay together and we'll be collective. And not an easy time for us to again lose 3 at home. I feel terrible for the fans. This is not this is not where we want to live. We want to send people home, but I hope they saw a group that can respond and played at a high level tonight. And I hope it's just a matter of time for we start our winning ways.
Any other questions in the room? No, we have a couple on Zoom. All right, we'll go to Zoom. Joey, go ahead.
Hey, Ben, you opted for Kovalchik and Ladera on the wings again. Do you think you guys missed a little bit of the width that Aliu could bring in this game?
No.
All right, and then another game with Ethan Bartlow and Femi Oedisu starting at the back. How do you assess their partnership developing in this game?
Well, I don't have any other center backs, so those are the 2 I got, and I think they did overall pretty well. Eric's still on the mend, and hopefully we can get him back sooner than later. Femi, continues to be, again, learning on the job, but I think he's doing pretty well. He's holding up, and Ethan. I have to go back and watch it, but I think he was had a fairly good game as well. But we gotta bail our defense out. We gotta be able to make some mistakes and still win games on the offensive end, and that part is the responsibility of that is just as critical as making the plays in the defensive side.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
And Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, Ben. Just with the 3 straight losses at home, what's the mood like in the locker room? I know you guys have a lot of leaders, a lot of veterans in there. What's your message to them and their mood in the locker room?
Just to stay together, and this is not a time to whisper and click up, and we're all in this together, and we'll get out of it together. It's fairly simple. I've been in this spot before, and I've also gotten out of this spot before.
Anything else? All right, thanks. We'll wrap it up there. Thank you, Ben.